With Brian and John.
What are you filming?
The nut smash of doom.
Hello,
This is Pillow Talk with John and Brian.
with our special friend, Dan.
Today, on this special segment of Complainers Times, Pillow Talk with John and Brian, we have
Where's our special guest, Dan?
special guest Dan. We will be doing a movie review of Inception. Now, don't get used to this face because you probably won't be seeing it anymore after this video.
Yes. Because we hate him.
So, now let's get serious. First idea of Inception. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Inception?
Awesomeness.
Badassness.
Mind-blowing fucktitude. This movie is fucking awesome.
You,
In every definition of the word.
like, this is the type of movie, like, anyone can nitpick anything, but this is the type of the movie you can't think of an insult of offhand.
Also, you really don't want to nitpick things while you're watching this because you really need to pay attention to understand the plot of
Yeah.
this movie. This is one of the most complicated things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, while I was in the theater, I was barely trailing on the plot. I mean, seriously.
It took a lot of concentration to figure this
Exactly.
movie out.
Luckily, we didn't miss a single scene. We walked in right as it was starting. We missed the trailers, which, oh, boo-hoo. But, I could have seen a trailer for the other guys. But
Oh God, no!
Because I just want to see Mark Wahlberg's face again after the happening.
Oh God.
But yeah, we missed the trailers, but luckily we got there right in time as the movie was starting. And even if you watch the whole thing and pay close attention, there is a huge possibility that you will get confused.
It is such a complicated movie, just in its premise.
And in, like, during the summer, you're usually riddled with, like, a bunch of, like, stupid Michael Bay, like, $200 million budget movies that are just, like, explosions and cock tease Megan Fox and giant robots beating the shit out of each other. This actually has,
Transformers 2, Avatar.
This movie actually has a lot of brains to it.
It does.
Which is a rarity during the summer season.
There's one thing that I didn't like about the movie. That when Ellen Page's character learned that her job is gonna be basically to fuck with people's heads and plant information,
And she just
she's
goes
just like,
along with it
alright,
right away.
cool. I have no questions about this at all.
So you're telling me that you're a secret organization that busts into people's dreams and steals information from them?
Alright.
Count me in.
I can't see anything illogical with that.
She seemed a little bit too submissive.
She really did.
But she gave a good performance. That's another thing about this movie. All the performances.
All the actors
Really
are
good.
great.
But Dan, you want to say something as our special guest?
This was a really good movie.
Thank you.
Highly recommend it.
Thank you for that.
That was just grade A speech.
That was like Roger Ebert level criticism. Okay. But yeah, this is well worth the money. Don't find some pirated version on the internet. Like, you want to pay $10 to go see this.
Especially with the effects, man. The effects are the best part of that movie.
And the weird thing is, they actually look like realistic.
Like,
Like, you watch some other like summer blockbuster movie, you're like, okay, that's CGI. This actually looks pretty.
and they feel like really forced, like they had to put that explosion there, but everything in this movie feels like it fits there.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not saying much considering 75% of the movie takes place in the dream world, but still, the point remains.
And I mean, like, I'd hate to see like Michael Bay getting the directing job with this script.
Oh my God.
Because then it's just like,
Yeah.
wait, everything's in a dream? That means everything can explode.
Ellen Page.
Ellen
Leonardo
Page would get
DiCaprio.
squashed by
I need to find you. Leonardo DiCaprio, I can help you. For no reason.
They're just they're just talking, having a like really interesting conversation. You just see like Megatron and Optimus Prime kicking each other in the nuts in the background.
When she's messing with the mirrors in that one scene, behind the mirror it's just Optimus Prime just standing there. No. I think I would actually have to kill myself if that happened.
I'm glad they actually got someone smart like Chris Nolan
Yeah.
to direct it. He wrote this whole movie. That's
And
what shocks me.
That is why I'm saying it better get a nomination for Best Original Screenplay.
At least a
from
nomination. I'm not saying right away, oh, this should win. You know, we still have the rest of the year to go. But so far, this is a pretty big front runner.
But you know what, to top it,
also-
I would have to see a movie that actually made me like shit my pants in the theater. It is so good. That would be like the only thing to top this movie.
And the fact that he wrote this whole script himself, like with the other movies that he's written, like he usually did with his brother or with like some of his friends, this he wrote all on his own. We're sitting there scratching our fucking heads like wondering what's going on, and this guy had to write it.
And then Dan said,
This is a good movie. I highly recommend it. Leo DiCaprio for the win.
alright,
Wow,
you
he
guys.
said 3 sentences.
that's the most he said all episode. Awesome.
Congratulations, you were such an important special guest. I mean, we had Bruce Willis and Halle Berry on standby, but I'm so glad that we decided to choose you. There's really not much else to say about it. Not because like there's not a lot to say, there really is, but I don't want to spoil something this awesome.
This movie, really, if you say anything about what actually happened, it'll ruin part of the movie for you.
This is the type of movie where you really don't want to see a full-on review of it, like somebody going scene by scene of it, and then go see it. You want, watch this, you know, so you know how awesome it is, and then go see it.
Yeah.
As if the trailers weren't enough of an indication that this was going to be awesome. Go down.
I think that's it.
But before we leave, from a scale of 1 to 10,
Oh.
what would you rate this? 1 to 10.
9.5.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Somewhere, definitely between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
So, for Completed Times, I'm John Rolfe,
I'm Brian Nieves.
with our special guest.
Dan.
Hey.
Goodbye.
Rich!
Anyway, today on this...
Ow!
Unnecessary. Hey, not in my happy bed.